Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Corey Noles again from Armchair Rockstar.com. Welcome back. Thanks for coming to watch another video. Today, we're going to talk about 10 things that you really need to know before you step on stage for the first time as a guitarist. My first time, I remember looking around and Googling and trying to find things that would put my mind at ease because it was nerve-wracking. I'd played online I played on stage as a drummer for years, but that was different, you know. You got a stool, you got this whole drum kit out in front of you, kind of protecting you from the crowd. It was less stressful. For whatever reason, first time on stage with a guitar just really bothered me. So we looked around and found a few ideas, but not as much as we wanted. That first night when I stepped on stage, I learned a fistful of lessons just immediately. Things that I thought, yeah, I should have known that. So tonight what I'm going to do is kind of walk you guys through some of these in hopes of, relieving a little anxiety on your first time, because it needs to be what it's meant to be, and it's just fun. You're supposed to go up, rock and roll, have a good time, and not worry at all. So hopefully these few ideas will help you get to that point. So let's get started. Number one, it's important to breathe. Sounds self-explanatory. You do it all day. But when you step on stage, your nerves are a little high, your energy's going, you got adrenaline pumping. It's real easy to be in the middle of playing something and not even realize I'm not actually breathing. I mean, you can get a little dizzy, it'll mess with how you think, you won't play as well. Before you start a song, just take 2 or 3 deep breaths and smile, man. You're on stage, it's great. This is the fun part. Number 2. Understand that you're going to make mistakes, okay? Practice is important, but there is no practice that's going to prepare you for what it's like to actually be up there in front of, 1 to 10,000 people, depending on where you are. Probably if it's 10,000, this isn't your first time. But you're going to make mistakes. Tiger Woods makes mistakes. LeBron James makes mistakes. I make mistakes, so will you. It's just part of it. The key is being able to make those mistakes and just keep rolling with it. Don't get frustrated and just stop playing. And even if you do for a split second, just dive back in, man. Odds are, 9 times out of 10, if you make a mistake, you're the only guy that hears it. You will always be your worst critic. That is a fact. Maybe another musician or somebody in the band who hears you play this song all the time and knows that's a spot you struggle with, but otherwise, it's just life, man. Shake it off. Don't let it ruin your night when it's over either. So let's go to number 3. Bring just an absolutely stupid amount of guitar picks with you. When you go out, I always stuff a handful in each pocket. By handful, I mean 3 or 4. Depending on what we're doing. I mean, if it's a full 3 or 4 hour set, I'll throw 10 or 15 with me. But what happens is, it doesn't matter. You'll drop them, you'll fumble them, you won't be able to find them in your pocket. They'll get pulled out with a credit card, dropped on the floor. You just can't have enough of them with you, and you don't want to be in the middle of a song, drop a pick, and not be able to access another one. I even a lot of times will take a piece of double stick tape and stick it along the back of my guitar and stick a couple there for the night just to make sure I have quick access to a couple. So, there's a variety of ways you can do it. Number 4, something else you really want to check on, is getting strap locks for your guitar. These, especially on a Les Paul, these are the puniest little strap buttons. I have no idea why, but when you buy nice straps, which you want if you're playing a guitar this heavy, they typically have bigger slots to hook onto your buttons. So what'll happen is you're on stage, you're playing hard, you're jamming, you're moving around more than you would be sitting at home, and that little sucker pops off, and before you know it, you've got a guitar swinging for the ground. Been there, I've done that. You don't want to make that mistake. It'll make you throw up. Next, let's move on. Number 5. my general rule with being prepared for a song is if I still like it, I probably haven't played it enough. One of my first bands back in school, Guns N' Roses was still big, things like that, and we were playing Knocking on Heaven's Door, and I'll bet we played that song 1,000 times, and still to this day, it's a great song. I still love the song. I just can't listen to it. We played it so many times, and it just got to the point you just didn't even like it anymore. But that is the point where your muscle memory is kicked in, and you can play a song without even thinking about it anymore, and that's very important. Number 6, this is a good point. If you have the chance, if you're going to an open jam night or open mic night kind of thing for the first time, strap your guitar on like a song before it's your turn. The advantage of this is you've put your guitar on, you've been playing around, and you're playing in front of people even if it's not you they're watching. It's just part of getting you in the right mindset. It'll help to ease your nerves a little bit because you've already got it on, you've already done this. All I've got to do is step 6 feet up a pair of steps and do the exact same thing. How hard can it be? It's silly, but for whatever reason, it works a lot for me. Number 7, we're going to talk about one that I mentioned in our first video last week. These things, clip-on tuners. This one is great. This is a D'Addario Eclipse. I love this thing. However, they're fantastic at home, kicked back on the couch, or playing around with some buddies here and there. But when you get in a loud situation, like a bar where there's another band playing before you, or there's a lot of room noise, these things can become absolutely worthless. Just chunk it out. You have no use for it. What happens is, those work off of the resonance of your guitar, and because of all the room noise in the band and everything, this wood is soaking in all that sound from this other stuff, and they just don't jive together. Like I said, fantastic for home. I own 6 of them. But you want another trick for when you go out. Number 8, this one's really important. Slow down a little. More often than not, when you get on stage and you're dealing with adrenaline and nerves, you think you're playing right, but you're actually you may be playing it double time. Did that on drums once to Buck Cherry's Crazy Bitch. Nearly killed a singer and a guitar player. It was terrible. But, and this goes back to breathing. It's just, you've got to relax and just breathe and slow down a little bit. You want to pace yourself. When your drummer counts off, it's important to listen to that and make sure that you're tapping along with it and you know your speed before you dive in. It's not hard. It's just something important to be conscious of when you're on stage. Number 9, talk to your band. Quite often, guys get up and they want to look all rehearsed and practiced, and I'll watch young bands and I'll see them get up. They don't talk to each other at all on stage. I'm like, it's okay to step over and joke with the drummer for a minute, or make sure you're on the same song, or the right key, or the right tuning for this song. Because those are things that, they're just easy to mix up, and talking to each other will ease their nerves too, because odds are, if you're a little nervous, so are they. So, it helps take the load off of everybody. Number 10, and this is one that I absolutely cannot overstate. Practice while standing at home. Most people at home practice like this. They're sitting on the edge of a couch or a chair or laid back in a recliner playing away. And with that, it's all fine and good to practice that way. But when you go on stage and you hook on with a strap and you've not done that extensively before, your hands are in the wrong place, frets aren't where you think they are, your pick doesn't seem right. In a big hurry, it's like you're playing a whole new instrument. So, I always make sure, but even before I go out, and I've done it a lot now, I'll still throw a strap on at home and kind of run through a couple songs just to make sure I've got a good feel for where everything is and what I need to be doing. But that's about it. It's by no means an exhaustive list. And if any of you have any ideas or tips, I encourage you to stick them in the comments below, or even to the comments on the story that accompanies this on armchairrockstar.com. These tips are good for us, they're good for other people, and even experienced people sometimes need to remember some of this stuff. So, I hope that you'll take these, you'll breathe a little easier, and you'll go on stage, and in the end, you'll just kick some ass. Have some fun, man. I appreciate it. But I'm Corey Noles, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.